All right, so today we're going to be converting between measurements. We're going to start with 14 days and figure out how many weeks that is. First of all, I'm going to draw a tape diagram to represent how many days are in 1 week. I know there are 7 days in 1 week, so I'm going to separate my tape diagram into 7 equal parts. Let's see. There we go. I know that each part represents 1 day, so 1 day can be written as 1/7 of an entire week. I'm going to use this to help me solve this problem. So 14 days equal 14 times 1 day. I can rewrite 1 day as 1/7 of a week. So now I'm multiplying 14 times 1/7 of a week. I know when I'm multiplying and I have a whole number, that's 14 over 1. So 14 times 1 is going to be 14. And then the denominator is 1 times 7 equals 7. So I have 14 over 7 weeks. And I know that this equals 14 divided by 7, 2 weeks. So 14 days is equivalent to 2 weeks. Another way you could show this is by making a correlation or a ratio. So we start with 14 days equals how many weeks? Well, I know that there are 7 days in 1 week. So I just need to figure out what I need to multiply or divide by. If I had 7 days and now I have 14 days, I multiplied by 2. I can do the same for here. Because whatever I did on this side, I want to do on the other. So 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times 2 is going to be 2 weeks. So I know in 14 days, there are 2 weeks. Let's try the same for number 2. Here, we're going to split this into feet and yards. I know that there are 3 feet. Ooh, and that's not a very well organized one, but I have 3 feet for every yard. So what I want to do is rewrite 24 feet as 24 times 1 foot. Now, I know that each of these represents 1/3 because there's 3 in our tape diagram. So I'm going to do 24 times 1/3 of a yard because 1 foot is 1/3 of a yard. When I do this, I have 24 over 1 times 1 over 3. 24 times 1 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. And when I divide 24 divided by 3, my answer is going to be 8 yards. So I know that 24 feet is equal to 8 yards. If we wanted to do it the other way, start the same. 24 feet equals how many yards? I know that 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. I'm going to multiply. Ooh, and that's a bad arrow. There we go. Multiply by 8 to get from 3 to 24. 3 times 8 equals 24. So I want to do that on the other side. 1 times 8 is going to be 8 yards, just like I got here. Let's do the last one together. So 24 quarts equals how many gallons? I don't know this off the top of my head, so I'm going to look at my reference sheet, and I'm going to see that there are 4 quarts in every gallon. So I know when I have my Tate diagram, I want to separate this into 4 equal parts. And each part will represent 1/4. So I have 24 quarts equals how many gallons? Just like I did up here, I'm going to do 24 times 1 quart. Now, I'm going to rewrite quarts as if we were dealing with gallons. So I'm going to do 1/4 of a gallon. So 24 times 1/4 of a gallon. I know that 24 is the same as 24 over 1. Now I multiply across, and this is a 1. 24 times 1 is 24. 1 times 4 is 4. So this is gallons. Now I just divide. 24 divided by 4 is 6 gallons. So I know that 24 quarts is equal to 6 gallons. Let's try it the other way. We have 24 quarts is equal to how many gallons? I know there are 4 quarts in every gallon. So I'm going to find the missing part. What do I multiply by 4 to get to 24? 6. So I'm going to multiply the other side by 6. 1 times 6 is 6. So 24 quarts is equal to 6 gallons.